Hello, 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 everybody. Hi, it's How to Tuesday. What? So, tonight's practice session, we just practice different concepts to make your creations that much better. And just a little parental discretion. All my videos are always kid friendly as far as language and content. Tonight, though, I was trying to think what has bubbles, because that's what we're doing, and champagne. So just wanted to throw that out there just to let you guys know, it's up to you, whatever you guys want to do. But always kid friendly. I'm going to try to watch this thing. People are going to try to watch their comments, and we'll be good to go. Of course, we have to give props to you know who. He's lounging. You gonna come out and say hi to your fans, Butters? Yeah, because you're a good boy. All right, I'm going to show you my handy dandy table. I got a whole bunch of different brushes. I'll let you know what I'm using when I'm using it. Tonight we have black, red, yellow, and white. Of course, our water. And I'm going to be using references, so Google Images, that's how we do it here. All right, and just pray that I don't trip over any of these wires that are on the floor. Hello, Cindy. How you doing, sweetheart? Hello, Karen. Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the fam. Tina B's here. Oh, yeah. Hi, sweetheart. So I'm going to put you guys in your handy dandy holder, and we'll get this thing started. Notice I'm trying to walk very carefully. If you hear a big crash, boom, bang, I tripped over my wires. All right, so I kind of gave you guys a heads up. I'm going to be working on a black canvas tonight. It is a 12 by 24, 12 this way, 24 straight up and down. If you guys want to, hello, Janice. If you guys want to start painting your canvases black so they dry, go for it. Hello, Carolyn. Janice is in the house. Carolyn is here. And as long as you are basically in the same area that I am in, you will be fine. You will be fine. And also, doing bubbles is a circle. So if you're not too sure of your circles, get something to trace. It's okay. It's all good. There's not a lot of wiggle room for error when you do bubbles. So you just want to keep that in mind. Hello, Shirley. Welcome to the fam, love. Tina B got her nifties tonight. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So if anybody's wondering what I'm talking about, even though that's what I'm talking about, I send, hello, Sheila Marie. I send out Mr. Nifties for free, whoever sends me support. So if you want a cool little brush to do details with, tips through PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Stars is enabled. As long as you make sure I get your address, I'm going to send you 2 free Mr. Nifties. So that's what we're talking about. Sheila is here. Hello, Sheila. How you doing, lovey? Sheila's in the house. Denise is here. Hello, Denise. How you doing, love? How's everybody doing tonight? Everyone having a great Tuesday? You all having a good Tuesday? I hope so. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually swirl, tap, dab, which means I'm cleaning my brush. I am going to turn around and let's see, what do I want to use? I don't know what I want to do. All right, so I'm going to, I'm going to grab a tiny. A tiny is a small round brush for details. So, hello, Donna. Gloria is here. Donna's new to the fam. Welcome, Donna. How you doing, sweetheart? Welcome. We got some newbies in the house. Hi, Gloria. How are you doing, love? Hello, Debbie. Debbie is new to the fam, too. Hello, Debbie. Welcome. Linda's hanging out with us, another newbie. Oh, we got all sorts of newbies here. So, newbies means you're new to us. Denise hanging out with us. She's another newbie. Hello, Denise. So, newbie means you're new to us. And Donna's doing wonderful. Glad to hear it. Creeper means that you are watching along, but you're not saying hello. Watcher means you're just watching. And then, of course, we have our painters who are practicing along with us. And I'm glad everyone is doing wonderful. I'm going to write everybody down so I can do roll call. Punky is here. And Oldby. I love it, Punky. That's awesome. An old bee here. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm going to take a small round brush. And I'm going to go in. Now you want to make sure. Oh, thank you so much, Vanessa. That was so kind of you for the stars. I really, really appreciate that. Welcome to the fam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What a way to make an entrance. Paula is here. All right, I'm not going to start painting anytime soon. Oh, hold on. Paula is new to the fam. Welcome, Paula. Vanessa's new to the fam, making an entrance with some stars. Sheila's going to be painting tonight. Tina's saying hello, and I'm doing pretty good, Gloria. Doing pretty good. I'm hanging in there. So, look, wow, look at this roll call already. Awesome. I love it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So, this is your time. This is your practice session. So, if you have any questions for me, 6,000% ask them. You know, we'll try to stay on the subject of bubbles, but, you know, we'll do what we can do. So, your white paint tonight, you want to make sure that it's nice and thin and flowing and not goopy. So, if you need to add a little touch of water to it, go right ahead. Go right ahead. I just dipped my brush into some water, and I'm just going to add it into the side here just to make my white paint nice and thin and loose. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, now I did a how-to on glass. I'm going to go over it rather quickly tonight. The how-to video is on YouTube and on my page if you want to see how to do glass more in depth, okay? Because we're going to be focusing on bubbles tonight. All right, so the first thing I want to do is find my center. And I'm going to go a little bit below center of the canvas so I have room for all my bubbles. And I am, just like a pencil, I am going to draw an oval, grabbing more paint. Every time you see my hand leave the canvas, I am grabbing more paint. Okay, and I'm not being doing this like perfect. I am just kind of sketching in. You can see I have some little thicker parts and thinner parts. That's okay. You know, that's all right. Okay, because this is the rim of the glass. So we can get away with that being on the rim of the glass. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to do the flute. Okay, so I'm going to move my hand, not the brush. I'm going to move my hand, not the brush. Pull. Okay. Pull. Right? Faster you go, straighter it's going to be. Ready? Pull. There we go. All right. So, is this available on a replay? I don't have a black canvas available. Yes, Denise, my videos are always available on replay on my page and on YouTube, and I share the link. The sound keeps going in and out. Uh-oh. Is that me or you guys? So somebody give me a heads up. Is that me with the sound, or is it just Linda with the sound? Woohoo! You're welcome, Denise. Linda, is that because I didn't know about the invitation? Sound is good. Excellent. Sound is good. Excellent. Excellent. No problem hearing you. Hi, Betty. How you doing, sweetheart? Betty's hanging out with us. She's new to the fam. Hello, 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 Betty. How you doing tonight? Sound is good. Excellent. Thank you so much for that feedback. So I'm not really sure, Linda. Maybe log out and log back in. Okay. Now that I pulled, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to find the center of my glass. And I'm going to make a little mark for myself. And then I could turn around and put my bottom in. Now, yeah, did I turn around and paint it to the mark? No, I just wanted to know where those two sides should approximately connect. Okay, excellent. Sound is good. Awesome. And I don't send out invitations to join my videos. I'm always live on my business page. So anybody, anywhere, anytime can log in, and it's always free to watch. I work only by receiving tips and support. Hi, Tina M. And that is how we roll at Eve's Creations, because I want to give everybody the chance, regardless of situation, a chance to create and have fun and be able to practice and also do our paint party. So I'm going to still use that dot as a reference, okay, because that's where my stem's going to go. So I'm going to follow along here, and I'm going to pull out that way. I'm going to follow along here. I'm going to pull out this way. And now I need straight lines again, right? So grabbing more paint, I'm going to put my brush onto the canvas, and we're going to pull. Right? Move your hand, not the brush. And I'm going to put my brush onto the canvas, and I am going to pull. Now, the faster you go, the straighter your line is going to be. And those of you that don't have a black canvas, you can practice along tonight. Just add a little bit of blue to your white so you can see it against the against your canvas. So if you don't have a black canvas tonight, that's okay. You can still practice. Just add a little blue. Just add a little blue. All right, I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush, so get any globs out of there. I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to put the champagne in. Hello. So I want to follow the same curve that's on the top of my glass. Okay, same curve that's on the top of my glass. Okay, there it is. Whoop, there it is. All right, and now I'm going to follow the same curve that's over here. Shoop. Just like that. All right, so there is our champagne in our champagne glass. Oh, yeah. All right, and I'm going to put in that little tiny triangle that's in here. That's in the stem. This really cool little piece right there. We're going to put that in there. Okay. So we're going to put that into the little triangle part in there. All right, right there. There we go. And now I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to take Mini Me, because I'm going to color in my champagne. So Mini Me is a very small shader brush. See that? That's what Mini Me is. All right, and I'm going to swirl tap dab, and I'm going to grab some yellow, and I'm going to grab a hint of white, just a hint. Just a little bit, because yellow doesn't show up without its friend white, but we don't want this completely solid. We want it a little see-through, so that's why I'm grabbing a microscopic amount of white, and then I'm going to grab a microscopic amount of red to give this yellow more of a golden color. And I grabbed a little bit too much, so now I'm just adding more yellow to it. These things happen. It's okay, but I want like a nice gold color. See that? I like that color. I like it a lot. Yes, I do. So we're going to put this on here, and we're just going to color in. We're going to color in our champagne. That's what we're going to do. Okay? That's what we're going to do. And we're going to probably need 2 coats, because the black, now notice I'm just using the flat of my brush to go along my edge here, because the black is making this look a little green. So I'm going to grab a little tiny bit more white. There we go. That's better. See, just a tad more white. Not enough to make it solid. Not enough to make it solid, because I still want it to be see-through, right? And I got a glob here, so remember that trick of pushing it into your picture Linda, how do you know if the request was accepted? I don't do invites to my videos since it's always free to watch. So I'm not really sure what you're talking about, to be quite honest. So, not really sure on what you're asking me about. If you'd like to explain to me what you're asking about, I'll try to understand. Right? And I just grab more paint. And we're just coloring now. You guys can color 6,000%, right? We all know how to color. And I'm just going to smooth this. I'm going to smooth it. Probably going to put another coat on here. I don't know. We'll see. And notice I'm making my brush strokes be in the direction of my glass. See how I'm doing arching brush strokes like this? Okay, so you want it to take the shape of the glass. So yes, I was scribbling the color in when I first started, but now that I'm smoothing it out, yeah, I don't think we need another coat. I think this is good. Now I'm going to smooth it all out in the direction of my glass. All right, now we got to do the top. We got to do the top, and the top is just going to be flat, so you're just going to go back and forth. You're just going to go back and forth. The top is going to be flat. Okay, so we're just going to go back and forth, right? You guys got this. You can color. I know you can color. And just like that, we have champagne in our glass. What? Oh, yeah. Right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. You guys could do that. 6,000%. So, you guys catch up, Mustard, if you're painting along with me, because I'm sure you were trying to play with something to make it perfect. Now, one thing I want you guys to remember tonight. One thing. Glass and bubbles, less is more. All right? If that's the only thing you take out of this practice session tonight, I'll be happy. Glass and bubbles, less is more. So what I'm saying is, stop playing with it. That's what I'm saying. Stop playing with it. Just leave it alone. Alright, so let's see what we got going on tonight. We have Cindy and Karen, Tina B, Janice, Carolyn, Shirley, Sheila, Denise, Donna, Gloria, Debbie, Linda, another Denise, Punky, Vanessa, Paula, Betty, and Tina M. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And Karen and Shirley, Donna, Debbie, Linda, Vanessa, Paula, Betty, Denise are all newbies tonight. So everybody, give everybody a warm Eve's Creations. Welcome to the fam. Hello. All right, so I'm going to give that a chance to dry. So we're going to start doing our circles for our bubbles. All right, we're going to start doing our circles for our bubbles. Sandy is here. Hello, Sandy. Welcome to the family, Sandy. I always like that name, Sandy. That's from Grease, right? Wasn't the main character in the show Grease, Sandy? Wasn't that her name? I'm showing my age here. That was a great movie. That was a great movie. All right, so nice, clean, small detail brush. I'm going to go into that white paint. I'm going to make sure it's nice and loose and thin for me. Nice. I make sure it's nice and loose and thin for me. I'm going to twirl my brush around. And like I said, if you're not too good with your circles, then turn around and frame something. So we're going to start doing little bubbles. And I just do a parentheses and a parentheses. That's all I'm doing. Parentheses and a parentheses. Now, there's not much wiggle room for error. So be very, very careful, because you can't, you don't get a lot of wiggle, like kind of like when we did the dream catcher. You know, you don't get a lot of wiggle room for error. Now, first thing I did wrong is I started down here, which means as I work my way up, I'm going to be putting my hand where my bubbles are. So let's start up here. It happens. It happens. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm going to start up here, and up here we're going to do the bigger guys so you can see exactly how to do them. So I'm going to do a parentheses this way. Okay. And I'm going to do a parentheses this way. There we go. So, nice and careful, nice and slow. Okay, and you're just going to do parentheses this way. Right? And grab more paint. And I'm going to do a parentheses this way. Like I said, there's no shame in tracing or using a stencil or anything you might need to draw a circle. All right, there's no shame in that. So if you need to, go right ahead. Go for it. You want to do an overlapping bubble? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Yes. So, parentheses that way. And a parentheses this way. You could also, since we're working on a black canvas, you could also take chalk. Chalk would work. So you could chalk all of these out. And notice I am just doing little dashes to fix that line a little darker. Okay, so I'm not making it solid, 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 right? So, if you want to do your circles in chalk first, by all means, go for it. Parentheses this way, and a parentheses this way. So what you do is you can do it in chalk, and then you paint where the chalk is, and then you could wipe the chalk off. That is the trick with that. Alrighty. So, let's see. Let's do one more right here. Let's do one more right there. Right? Why not? Why not? And odds are always better than evens. So, let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Odds. And you guys can do as many bubbles as you want to do. Now we have to do the bubbles inside the champagne. Right? Because it's all effervescing out of the glass. Okay, so let's come in here and we're going to just do tiny little dots. Tiny little circular dots. See that? See those? That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. So we're going to do these tiny little circles. Right? Just a little swoop. That's all I'm doing. Right, bringing it up. And you can just do a dots if you want to. And I'm kind of having it be narrow. I'm having it be narrow towards the bottom of the glass and then spreading out as I move upwards. All right, guys? So that is how I'm doing that. Right, so I want it nice. And remember that dot I made before to find my center? Right? It's a champagne bubble now. That's what I'm talking about. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, guys. And then we're going to have all these dots on the surface. Do, 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 do. Ba, 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 da, ba, 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 da, ba, 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 ba. Do, 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 do. Da, da, da. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? And let's do some escaping. Oh, let's do some of these guys escaping. Here we go. They're escaping. They're finding their way up. There we are. There it is. And odds are better than evens. So there we go. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Mini-Me. I'm going to swirl, tap, dab him. And I am going to grab just my yellow paint. Just the yellow. Just a little bit. And I'm going to come in here. And I'm going to go over. Make sure they're dry. Make sure they're dry, because otherwise you're just going to smudge them. I'm going to go over this with just the yellow. Okay, again, following the shape of my glass. Hello, 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 Bonnie. How you doing? The song "Tiny Bubbles" is going through your head. That's a good song for this, right? Tiny bubbles. I love it, Cindy. Awesome. And Bonnie is here. Bonnie made it. Hello, hello, Bonnie. How you doing, lovey? So, just grabbing. Because the yellow paint's see-through, which makes it really cool and easy to work with. So, I am doing the yellow paint, just yellow. And all of those little dots you made are now going to become part of the champagne. It's not going to look like it has the measles or anything. And I'm going here, there, not everywhere. Here, there, not everywhere. Just putting these little swipes in. Putting in these little swipes. All right, getting the dots. All right, there we go. Okay, so now I want to do, now the glass is going to be picking up the color of the champagne, right? So we're going to turn around, and I'm going to take Mini-Me and that little bit of yellow paint, little bits, guys, just little bits. And I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to zigzag zoom, right? Zigzag zoom. I'm just going to zigzag zoom a little bit. And it's looking a little green, so I'm going to add that microscopic amount of white to it. I'll add that microscopic amount of white to it. And I'm just going to zigzag zoom. There we go. There it is. The color of the champagne into my glass. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And what did I say before? Less is more, right, guys? Less is more. And we're gonna do one back here, like it's on the back part of the glass. Okay, do a little one right here. And then I'm going to stop, because I'm not following my rule of less is more. Did not following my rule of less is more. We're breaking the rules. Okay, so now let's roll tap dab my brush. And I'm going to grab my white paint. I'm going to grab my white. And we're going to come in here. And we're going to put in, okay, some white shiny moment going on over here, right? Maybe the light is hitting the side of this glass. Who knows? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. However you want to do it. It's all good. Maybe the light is hitting the side of the glass over here. And I have hardly any paint on my brush now. In fact, I'm going to wipe it off. And I'm going to smooth this all in to the glass. There we go. All right. So, if you guys want to learn about glass more in depth, like I said, I do have a how-to. Now I'm going to grab Tiny and my round brush, and I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to make this a little brighter. There we go. And if you guys want it more in-depth, make this a little brighter on the rim here because light is hitting that. I do have a how-to glass video out there to learn how to do all this fun stuff in glass and all these little happy pieces and all of that sort of thing. And I'm going to grab a little bit of my yellow with the white and we're going to put in, there it is, and maybe down the side here, right? Because glass picks up reflections of the light and the colors and all that happy stuff. So you can have a lot of fun with that one. All right, so now I'll let you guys catch up mustard, and then there's a spot bothering me, so of course I'm going to mess with it. And then I'm going to show you the bubbles. All right, so obviously if the light's hitting here, it's got to be on this inside part too. So I got to put it on the other side. And then I'm just going to soften it out. There it is. There we go. And put this rim in a little bit better. Bam! There we go. Alright. Eve, stop playing with it. Alright. What did I say before? Leave it alone. Alright. So, there is our champagne glass, which you guys can have fun, and you can schmooze it and play with it. And do whatever you want to do with it. Like I said, I do have a how-to glass tutorial. So, you guys can find that. And we're going to move along to the bubbles. So, the reason I'm doing bubbles is Friday's painting is our friends in a tub. Oh, yeah. So, we have bubbles in the tub. All right. Now, I'm going to do a lot of talky right now. Just giving you a heads up. Because I'm not going to paint all these different types of bubbles. We're going to paint the ones that are see-through. So, but I want to show you, because I know that's what you guys are all waiting for. The bubbles that look like real bubbles. So, since this is a fun painting, we have bubbles in the tub. So, the simplest way, the most straightforward way, the easiest way to make something look like a bubble, right? You draw your circle, you put your color inside, and you put the little arched triangle piece, all right? So, you put this little piece in, okay? So, on our bubbles, right, I'll show you that little piece. So, on these bubbles right in here, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to take white paint with my small brush, and I'm going to come in here, right, since this is a small guy, I'm not going to be able to do much with him anyway, and I'm going to follow the curve. I'm going to put a slice over, and then follow the curve, and color it in. There it is. That is the easiest way, the most direct way to make a circle look like a bubble. Thank you so much for sharing, Bonnie. You're amazing. All right. So, that is how you do those. Right? Can't get any more simple than that. All right. So, now, another thing to have something look like bubbles is you add those pieces, but then you start adding another color in there. All right? Then you start adding another color. And I made these very let's see, I don't know how to say it, very distinct lines. Okay, see how they're very distinct. They're not blended or shaded or anything like that. They are very distinct shapes. So that is another easy way to make something look like a bubble. Okay, so what I did was I filled it in with a flat color, the blue. It's very, see how the blue and the white is all blended outside of it, but in the bubble it's very flat. And then put very distinct shapes of the dark blue and the white. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to show you that one. All right, so turn around, and that is the bubbles for Friday. That is how we're doing them, and that is, you know, so after this, if you want to change those bubbles on Friday, you're going to know how. So basically, I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush. I'm going to take Mini Me, and I am going to take the gold yellow that I made before, add a microscopic amount of white to it. All right, and I'm going to fill this in because this is bothering me because it's the wrong color. There we go. That was just bothering me, so I had to fill it in. There. Okay. So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna fill one of these bubbles in. All right. Let's do this guy. Okay. So I fill in the bubble flat with the color. All right, the whole entire thing, because this whole bubble is picking up the color of the champagne. So after hello Cynthia, how you doing, lovey? Cynthia's here. So okay, you learned the bubble with just putting the little piece in. Now we're doing it with putting the color flat, the whole bubble, that color. All right, now I'm going to take Tiny, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to make a darker yellow. So I'm going to grab my red, and I'm going to grab my yellow, and I'm going to make this a really dark gold color, like almost orangey. Hey, Brenda. Welcome to the fam, hon. All right, so almost like an orange. Okay, I'm going to wipe my brush off. And I'm going to grab this. Tiny bubbles. Hey. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make those triangles, those curved triangles with the darker color. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of white to this so you guys can see it better, because it's kind of hard to see. So there we go. Now you guys can see that better. So I'm going to add the curved triangles. So the curved triangles follow the curve of your bubble. Brenda from Virginia is here. Welcome to the fam, Brenda. Hello, sweetheart. We got a lot of newbies tonight. I'm so happy you guys decided to join us this evening. I'm so excited. Yes. So we have one on that side, and let's do one over here on this side. Okay, another curved little triangle. Maybe put a piece of the color right here. Not a triangle, but just a curved line. All right, and then I'm going to clean off my brush. I clean off my brush, and now we're going to add the white to it. So I'm going to grab, and I'm using small amounts of paint, guys, small amounts of paint. So now I'm going to take the white, and I'm going to add the curved white. Right? And I'm going to come along the edge here. I'm going to fix my edge a little bit brighter in some spots. Right? Not in every spot. Not in every spot. Just some of them. And I'm going to take the white and let's do the arch on this one. Okay. And then we need another little, so this, I'm not going to do a whole triangle. I'm going to do a square piece off of the other one. All right, so there you go. So that is the bubble that has the color in it. And then you do a darker shade and the curved triangles and curved lines. And then you add to it with the white. So that is another way to do a bubble. So the whole bubble is reflecting the color around it. And then you just put some darker pieces and then the white in there. Okay? So I'm going to turn around and I am going to fill in. I'm going to fill in this one. Right? So I do those kind of bubbles when they're really small. And it's hard to get all the little nuances. Bonnie, I've been recommending you to various people and groups, and you're a member, especially when someone asks about tutorials. Hopefully they check you out and love you as much as I do. You are great and fun. Bonnie, aw, you warm my heart, sweetheart. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, so if tips and sending support are not your thing, hitting the share button is just as good. All right, so when the bubbles are small, that's when I do the filling in the whole bubble. And then if you have room, adding a darker triangle to it. If you don't have the room, then just doing the white. So that is, you know, up to you. But that's how I do the smaller bubbles. And that's how we do that. Okay, so now I'll give everybody a chance to catch up mustard that we're practicing those bubbles. And I'm going to grab some clean white. And I got yellow on my finger, so I got to make sure I wipe that off. See that? I got to wipe that off before I get that on my painting. Because that's going to happen. Alright, and I'm going to come in here and do some of the outside of the bubble here white. Not every spot. Just a little bit here and there. You don't have to completely outline it in white. Swirl, tap, dab my brush. Add a little more white to this piece because I did it when it was wet. Da, da, da. And that is how I would do the smaller bubbles. Okay. Alright, so everybody catch up mustard with that. And now, which is not in Friday's painting, I am going to show you the completely translucent bubbles that you see. Cheers, everybody, with my diet soda. That I'm sure you've seen numerous times, but we're never really sure how to do it for yourself. So, I'm going to show you how to do it for yourself. And then this way, mystery solved. Okay? Now, those bubbles you see have a bunch of different colors in them, right? I've seen the tutorials and they have red, blue, green. They have all sorts of colors in them. Well, we don't have those colors in our picture. So, we want to make sure whenever you do bubbles, it's going to pick up the colors of whatever is around it. So obviously, we're going to stick with the golds, the yellow, golds, and reds in our bubbles. Not to say the same thing I'm doing with those colors, you can do with other colors, okay? So keep that in mind. And if you want to play tonight, if you're playing and working on your canvas, and you want to grab other colors instead, go for it, okay? Because they're going to have different colors in it. And another thing is that you don't want to give up on your bubble until the magic happens. Alright? Because they're going to look a little weird. And then as soon as you add the white to them, all of a sudden, it comes out looking the way you want it to look. Alright? And these other bubbles, it is not defined triangles and lines. It's the same concept of that, but everything is blended out and soft. Alright, so let's go to this big guy right here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that yellow with the little bit of white. And I want to make sure that it's nice and loose. Thoos and Lynn. I want to make sure it's nice and Thoos and Lynn for you guys, alright? So, Lynn and Thoos. Thoos. No, loose. Thin and loose. Oh, now I can't say it right. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. Loose and thin. There we go. Loose and thin. So, I'm going to add water. Whew! Lynn and Thoos. It's going to be Lynn and Thoos. That's what we want it to be. You ever say something wrong and then you try to correct yourself and it comes out wrong again? That's what happens. So I am mixing this with a little bit of water, some white, a little bit of white, and the yellow. And I'm going to wipe off my brush. And you use a small amount of paint at a time. And then you build it up from there. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zigzag zoom. So if you notice, I'm holding my brush in between these two fingers so I can go like this. Okay? So I can zigzag zoom this. And I'm going to come along my edge here. And I'm going to very lightly zigzag zoom this color over the outside line. And I'm going to come in a little bit. So I'm making that triangle shape, right? But it's blended. It's soft. It's not defined lines, okay? But it's still that triangle shape, okay? And I'm going to grab the same color. I'm going to come over here. And I messed up this bubble. It's a little out of shape, so I can fix it now. I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to put that nice and blended edges, very little paint. I'm just zigzag zooming. That's all I'm doing. Right? Very loose triangle shape. Nothing nutty. Okay? Now, I'm going to grab the gold color that we made before. Okay, I'm going to grab that color. And I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to add some of that gold color in here. So, like I said, you guys could do this. And again, it's like that triangle shape, but very loose and thin. Alright, you're following the curve of the bubble. That is the most important thing you want to do. And if you guys want to try this with different colors, 6,000% do it, guys. Do it! Go rogue! Yes! I love when you guys go rogue. I love when you guys just start creating on your own and trying different things. It's just amazing to me. what you guys can do if you give yourselves a chance. So, if you noticed, everything I'm doing, though, is curved. Everything is curved. Everything has a curved shape to it. Even when I brought this one into here, these are all curved lines like this. So, always remember, you want to do things and they're curved. Okay? So, now I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab more of that yellow color. And I'm going to put brighter spots in here. Okay, so I'm going to put a brighter piece in there. See that? So it is the same white and yellow I grabbed before. Since it's going on as layer 2, it's coming out brighter. Okay, and let's put one right here. Why not? Let's put one right there. Why not? Go for it. Go for it. Okay? So, you guys can do this. I know you can do this. It's not hard. I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to grab that golden orange we made before. I am going rogue. You put your glass too far down the page to start with. Funky. That's totally cool. Now you don't have to worry about doing the bottom of the glass. And I'm going to put another bright spot of that orange. Here, there, not everywhere, guys. Here, there, not everywhere. Alright, so we're going to let this dry. And let's come over here and do this bubble. Okay, so I'm going to put this piece in here. And I'm taking it over the edge. I'm going right over my edge here. So we're going to put that in there. And let's do a little bit over here on this side. Just doing a swoop like that. And maybe a little piece right here. Doop. Right? Clean my brush off. Swirl, tap, dab. Hey, 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 Tuesday. What's up, Tracy? How you doing, sweetheart? Hello, love. So I'm going to swirl, tap, dab my brush. And I'm going to grab the yellows now. So I would do all my bubbles at once since I have the colors on my brush. So I'm going to turn around and do the other two at the same time. So I'm going to put the yellow in now. Alright, just a little bit here and there. Okay. And I have the yellow on my brush, so I'm going to sweep it on this one. Okay, so we're going to do the yellow on both of these, and then I'm going to do a little roll call to wake you guys up. And then I'm going to show you how this all comes together once you put... You're doing good? Excellent. Glad to hear it. How this all comes together. I'm just going to do a swoop there. Alright, come over here. And wipe my hand off because I just put it in this wet. So I'm going to come over here and put in the yellow on that one. And the yellow over here on this side. Now he is behind the other bubble, so I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop at that edge because this has so much going on right here. I'm not going to follow it through because when I put the white on this one, you're not going to see what he's doing in the background. All right? Now, if you were to see what he's doing in the background, then you would just fill it in accordingly. But since there's so much going on, we don't have to worry about that. Now I have to mix a little bit more. So again, to show you that gold color was just red and a lot of yellow. Make it like a orangey gold color. Okay, that's all that was. And I'm going to come up in here And I'm going to put, again, everything is arched and soft. Okay, so I'm going to put the orange in this one. Here, there, not everywhere. Okay, maybe a piece in the center here. Why not? Right? Why not? There we go. And over here on this one, maybe just put a line. Soften it. And a line over here. Soften it. Okay. So, wipe my brush off. And I'm going to come back in. And I'm going to do the yellow again to make it brighter in some spots. So I'm grabbing the yellow and I'm going to come into the one I did before and really put a punch. Put a punch of yellow in there. Just punch it. Bam. Right? Punch it. So that if you notice, this is layers. Right? You build it up in layers. That's how acrylic works. You build it up in layers. Okay? So a little bit of paint. A little bit of paint. And you just keep building. So this way, you get all that softness in there. You're back. Bonnie's back. Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Da-na-na, da-da-da, da-na-na. So, I am just zigzag zooming back and forth. Would you do transparent insect wings like a dragonfly in the same manner? Yes, Carolyn, but their wings won't reflect color. But you would do it in the same manner. So you would make the shape of your wing, draw the veins going through it, zigzag zoom, white that you've thinned out so you can see through it, zigzag zoom that through your whole wing, and then once that dries, go back with your white and redo the veining. Okay? That's how you would do that. So, yeah, kind of like the same thing, except the wings won't be reflecting colors. Alright, so I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to give this a little more of a pop of yellow in it. Alright, so I'm going to give that a chance to dry. We're going to do some roll call, and I'm going to show you how to do the white highlighting now, which brings it all together, and you guys are going to be all set. So if you have any questions, you're welcome, sweetheart. If you have any questions for me, now's the time to ask them. Okay, guys? So now's the time to ask them if you have any questions for me. And remember that how to glass video is out there. It is on YouTube. Cheers, everybody. And it is also on my page. So I know that my page does not have titles on any of my videos. Thank you so much, Facebook, for doing that. So on top of the page, you'll see a magnifying glass. So on top of the page, you'll see a magnifying glass. And if you type in there glass or flowers or trees, automatically, wherever I mentioned trees, it's going to show up. Thank you so much, Debbie. It's beautiful. Thank you. You're welcome, Denise and Debbie. We're going to be finishing up soon. And it took a while for you to realize how important layering is. Yes, layering in acrylics is super, 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 super duper important. Yeah, just wait. They're going to get better. So, and you guys can do this stuff. You guys can do this stuff 6,000%. I have the utmost confidence in you. So, take a sip. If you have any questions for me, 6,000% ask me. Ketchup, mustard, anybody that needs the ketchup, mustard. All right. And I'm going to do a little roll call, wake us up. Oh, yeah, because now we're going to get to the exciting part. We're going to get to the part where we add the white highlights. Thank you so much for the stars, Cynthia. You warm my heart. Thank you so much. So if anyone's wondering what the stars thing is, it's a button you can hit that'll send me tips, and they're a penny each. So I just want you guys to know, like you see up there, like 500 stars. You're spending a penny each. I want you to know how much you're spending if you're going to hit the button, okay? So, you want to make sure you have nice, clean white paint, all right? And you want to make sure it's not goopy, all right? So, what are we taking away from today? Less is more. Less is more. You're layering thin layers of paint. Okay, thin layers of paint on top of each other. You want to make sure that your paint is nice and loose. This does not work if your paint is goopy. So you want to make sure your paint is nice and loose. Everything you paint is going to be painted with an arch. Okay, everything is going to be painted with an arch. You want to follow the shape of the circle. And glass and bubbles reflect the colors that are around them. So whatever objects you have in your picture, that's the colors you're going to put into your bubbles. Okay? So we have Tracy in the house, Cindy, Karen, Tina B, Janice, Carolyn, Shirley, Sheila, Denise, Donna, Gloria, Debbie, Linda, Brenda, Denise, Punky, Vanessa, Paula, Betty, Tina M, Sandy, Bonnie, and Cynthia. And Karen, Shirley, Donna, Debbie, Linda, Vanessa, Paula, Betty, Sandy, Brenda. All new to the fam. How awesome is that? So excited. Oh, thank you guys. I'm not paying any attention. I'm reading my roll call. And you guys are going stars. Stars crazy. I love it. Thank you so much. I like it a lot. And Betty, make sure that I get your address. Private message it to me. Thank you so much, guys, for all the stars. You guys are amazing. You're amazing. You all warm my heart. You all warm my heart. All right, so we're going to turn around and we're going to take Mini-Me first. Haha. I love and appreciate you guys. You guys make the party. I'm just here to tell you how to do stuff, but you guys are the party. You guys are amazing. I love my painting fam. You guys are amazing. You're awesome. You're all such strong, beautiful women. And the men that watch too. And we always like when the kiddos create. So I'm going to take my white. And it's see how it's goopy? See that? See how that's goopy? Right? Thick? We don't want that. So I'm going to take that water. I dip my brush in water. And I'm just going to loosen this up. I'm just going to loosen it up. Okay, and if you ever get a film on the top of your paint, don't plunk it in. Move it over. All right, and now I got to wipe off my brush because it has lots of globs on it. And I'm going to grab the smallest amount of white paint, microscopic amount. And I'm going to come in here. And let's start up here so I don't put my hand in what I'm doing. And now you're just going to put the white on it. And I'm just doing dashes with this. Okay, and then I'm going to wipe off my brush. Wipe all the paint off of my brush. No paint on my brush. And I'm going to soften this out. Zigzag zoom. Zigzag zoom. I'm going to soften that out. Okay, and same process for the rest of them. All right, so I'm going to come in here. I'm going to put a swoop. I'm going to put a swoop in here. I'm going to put a swoop over here. I'm going to put a swoop over here. Let's put one here. Let's put one here. I'm going to wipe off my brush. And I'm going to soften these out. Do, 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 do. I don't know the lyrics to Tiny Bubbles. Soften these out. Ba, 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 da, ba. Do, 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 do. Soft, soft, soft. And you got to move quickly so it don't dry. Soft, soft, soft. There we go. Okay, gonna grab some more white. Do some more areas here. So let's put one here. Bam! And let's put one in here and one on this side. Okay, wipe my brush off. Soft, soft, soft. Do, 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 do. Softening it out. Okay, soft, soft, soft in here. A little soft. Alright, there we go. You use zigzag zoom all the time now when I need to soften lines. Yes, yes, Cynthia, zigzag zoom. Yes. So, all of you that are new to the fam, I am on YouTube, Eve's Creations Paint Party, and I am on TikTok. So, if any of you out there have TikTok, I do some TikTok videos now. So, now I'm going to grab my small brush, my round brush, and I'm going to grab that white. And now we're going to put in some pieces. All right. So I'm going to turn around and you need like dots and lines. Okay. So I'm going to put in, this one's making like a the triangle shape. So I'm going to come under here and I'm going to do a couple of lines under that and maybe a couple of dots. Right? And I'm just going to soften it with my finger. Like that. Okay? And then let's come over here and let's do a line off of this one with some dots. Okay? Soften it with my finger. Alright? And every time you see me move my hand away, I'm grabbing more paint. I can't believe you didn't stick your hand in the wet paint. I did. I did. I did over here. I just wiped it off real fast. So, I did. Alright, I'm going to put some dots over here. On that one. And let's do some lines. And then you could do like a small little triangle too if you want to. Do like a little tiny triangle coming off of this one. So, and these lines are a little more defined. Okay, I can't seem to find that word today for some reason. They're a little more defined. You know, I'm just kind of, my finger on top of them to soften it a little. But they're a little more defined, these lines. Okay, and getting more paint. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do a little zigzag zoom with that one. Yeah, it happens. It happens. See, I have paint. Yeah, so I just get paint everywhere. That's okay. And there's two lies I tell myself in life. One is, I'll remember that. And I just put some dots right there. And we're going to do a hard line here. Bam! See that? Nice hard line right in there. Okay, and so the first lie is I'll remember that. And then the second lie is I won't get paint on that. That's the second lie. So I'm going to come over to this small one and I'm going to put two lines there. Boop. Soften it. And let's grab some more paint. And I'm going to... You bought an inexpensive heat gun for when you don't when you're too impatient to wait for it to dry. That's pretty good. Just be careful with that. You don't hit it with too much high heat, because you could actually dry it too fast, especially if it's thick. You could dry it too fast, especially if it's thick, and it could cause it to crack. Okay, so be careful if you're using a hair dryer or a heat gun. You don't want to turn around and have it be too hot too fast. Okay, so, and let's do one of those. So now I'm going to go in, and here, there, not everywhere, I'm going to brighten the outer edges of these guys. So grab more white paint, and here, there, not everywhere, I am going to brighten some of these outer edges. And then I'm going to grab the yellow, and I'm going to brighten some of these yellow pieces. So I'm grabbing the yellow, and I'm going to brighten some of the yellow pieces here with the smaller brush. Okay, so let's come over here with the yellow. Let's brighten this edge. Swoop. Just like that. And grab the yellow, and I'm going to brighten this edge. Swoop. Just like that. And grabbing more yellow. Come over here, brighten this edge. Bam. There it is. There it is. Thin lines are the bane of my existence, but Tina B. Well, you got your nifties now, so you should be better. You should be better. And honestly, you just have to pay attention to how much paint you have on your brush. Very good, Bonnie. That's awesome. You press too hard. Yep, that's a thing. You could press too hard. That's definitely a thing. Okay. So, I'm going to swirl tap that in my brush, and grab just the white paint now, because I want to do some of my edges I want to bring out with the white. So we're going to do the white paint, and we're going to crisp up this edge right here, because he is on top of the other bubble. So we want to make sure that he comes out. And over here. So Friday is tub time, friends. Notice I'm not doing the entire edge. I am just doing certain places on the edge. Okay, so we're living on the edge, but I'm not doing the entire edge. Just certain spots. Here, there, not everywhere, guys. Okay? Here, there, not everywhere. You just want to do certain areas of the edge, okay, to have it pop a little more on the edges. And the last thing I want to show you guys is how to do a shine, right? Those cool little shiny little whatevers, ziggy zaggies off of that. Yes, so and you also want to make sure, like I've been saying all night, that your paint is thin and loose. You've always pressed hard when writing or drawing. Keep telling myself, a microscopic amount of loose paint and light touch. That's exactly it, Tina B. You got it. So all you newbies to the fam, I'll get in your head. I'm going to brainwash you guys. All right, let's do a shine. Yes. This is my favorite part. Remember when we did the shine off of the planet? How much fun that was? That was so much fun. Doing that. So, and if there's any how-tos you guys want to see, if there's anything that you want to see, or any paint party you want to do, 6,000% tell me, because you know, I'm gonna do what you guys want me to do. So we had that awesome windmill one with the tulips, and that was somebody's suggestion. Okay, guys? So if there's something you want to see, make sure that I'm just playing with this. Wendy, I've been a creeper, and we get to do the painting you did with the big bold flowers. Nice. A unicorn. Yes, I did a unicorn. Gosh. Wow. Like forever ago. Like one of my first videos, I think, was a unicorn. But I will definitely write that down because it's about time I do another unicorn. So I love that suggestion. That is awesome. If I could find my pen, I'll definitely write that down. Unicorn. Got it. Thank you so much. That's an excellent suggestion. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Have I done llamas? Llamas? Yes. There's an Egyptian painting. It's like the third video I ever did, and that has an alpaca in it. We did the llamas for Valentine's Day. Llama Love, yes, yes. And a bass fish. Mermaids is coming up, Donna. Mermaids is coming up. When's the mermaids painting, guys? So... we have mermaids coming up. This is the mermaids one. This is the mermaids one coming up. So, the mermaids are hanging out. Yep, so there's the mermaids one we have coming up. And then we have a how-to Tuesday of me showing you how to paint sides. And that's going to be the how-to Tuesday right before Easter. And then you guys didn't see this one on the video yet. After Easter, we got ocean blossoms coming up. So, you're welcome, Donna. So, all of those are in the works. We have a Nosy Gnome Easter one that's going to be coming up right before Easter. And, Tub Time Friends is this Friday. Okay, and, all good stuff coming. All good stuff. So, I'm going to swirl tap down my brush. I'm going to make sure I have nice, loose, and thin white paint, and I'm going to come up into here, and I'm going to put a little smudgy spot. So we're going to do a little smudgy spot right there, and then again move your hand, not the brush. Move your hand, not the brush. So then you can get... I had to move the brush a little bit on that one because I was going to put my hand in what I just painted. We don't want to do that. So then... putting the shine on these things is the fun part. We have a shiny spot. Love the ocean blossom ones. Thank you. Yeah, so you guys are going to learn a lot on that one. Going over trees, how to do an ocean, all sorts of fun stuff going to happen with that one. Okay, so there is the shiny spot on our bubble, And we could do another one. Let's do another one. Why not? Because I like them. I like them a lot. So I'm going to put a smudgy piece right there. Smudge it out. Close up. Close up. Alright. So we're going to do a smudgy piece right there. Okay. And then I'm going to take my nice loose thin paint. And I'm going to just pull the brush. Move the brush, not the hands. Okay. Move the brush, not the hand. Bam. You want one on the lip of the glass? I can do that. We can do one on the lip of the glass. Good idea. Alright, so we'll tap dab my brush, nice and clean. Do a smudgy spot. Smudgy spot. Boop, 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 boop. And wham. There we go. Well, we don't have the bottom of our glass. Yeah, like, oh, right here on the curved part. I hear ya. Swoop. There. And if you guys, if any of you are looking up my videos and you see the original, they're all for sale. And I could, I'm going to put my hand in my smudgy spot. I could turn around and customize any of them. So if there's any paintings that you see that you would like to own, private message me. You'll get a FAM discount. So just let me know by private message me. And like I said, I could also customize any of them. So, you know, if you want to give them as a gift or to your friends or family or anything like that, 6,000% will take care of that. You did get one, Tina B. I was doing a how-to just like this one, and you needed to own it. So I like that a lot. So, guys, there is your bubbles. You can totally do these. I have the utmost confidence in you. It's just building, building, and building, and building the layers. And then you put in, like I said, you know, don't lose confidence till the magic happens. And the magic happens when you put the dots in and the little lines and the, you know, the more defined triangle piece. So that's when the magic happens. And just remember, less is more. And you guys can totally do this. So I hope you had fun with this how-to. I sure did. I had fun hanging out with you guys this whole time. That's okay. And, you know, thank you to everybody that's new to the fam. I hope you come back for some more torture. Thank you, everyone, for the stars this evening. You're absolutely amazing. So we do this every Tuesday night at 7. Oh, you're so welcome, Shirley. And every Friday night at 7, we do a paint party. So Tuesdays, sometimes it's a picture. And you're so welcome, Bonnie. And sometimes it's not. But you guys like when I do the how-tos for a picture. I'm amazing. Thank you so much. So I had fun with this one. This one was a lot of fun. Because it looks really cool. And it's not that hard to do. You guys can totally do this 6,000%. Totally do this. Oh, you guys are good. I'm not going to be able to fit it through the door if you keep giving me compliments. My head's going to be 2,000 sizes bigger than it already is. You're so welcome, Carolyn. I ate all my lipstick off. So, you're welcome. You're welcome, guys. I'm so excited for all the new fam that came to join us tonight. So I hope you come back again. We always have fun here. We always support each other here. And like I said, I am on YouTube. I am on TikTok. All my replays are available on YouTube. I will post the link for the replay on the event page once it is uploaded to YouTube. So, and if you ever have any questions, feel free to message me. Facebook Messenger is the, give a thumbs up. Thank you, Doreen. Thank you so much, guys. You're awesome. Welcome to the fam, Doreen. Okay, Betty, so how do you message me? On the top of my page, you'll see a button. Just hit it. It just says send message. So that's the button you hit. Okay? Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. Thumbs up. Thumbs up all the way. Woo! Putting the thumbs up. Forgot to put my little sign out here. You know, this sign is actually written backwards and like upside down. This would be an awesome New Year's painting. Yeah, that would be. What did we do for New? Oh, we did the crowd. Remember we did the crowd with the confetti in the city? That was fun. We could do this definitely for a New Year's type thing. I try not to do alcohol ones because I want to leave everything kid friendly. So you guys got a special treat tonight. So that's why I just said add streamers and such, right? We could add the champagne bottle with the cork flying out. That would be fun. We could totally do that. Yep, so you know how to do the twists and bends, right? It's sparkling cider. There you go, Tina. I like it. I like it a lot. Apple juice. Yep, there you go. We'll figure out a way, right? We'll figure out a way. We'll definitely 6,000% figure out a way. Because what my fam wants, my fam gets. That's all there is to it. I think when I did the how-to glass, we did a beer mug. I don't really remember, but so those of you guys, it's out there. Yes, Bonnie. So, yep, we could do the bottle with the cork popping out. If we had a colored bottle in here, if, say, we had like a blue colored bottle in here, that would add blue colors to all of this. So, you know, there's definitely, you can tell I put my hand in paint. I got a big smudge right there. See that? You're welcome. I'll see you guys on Friday. 6,000%. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight. So thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Again, my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party. Any questions, feel free to message me. Always free to watch. Tips are appreciated. You all warm my heart. And have fun and go create, okay? Mwah. Good night, everybody.